You can use revision every day if you want to, and it will give you inner peace. Because when you realize that you're in the driver's seat, and if something happened in your past that's still bothering you, that you're holding on to, maybe it was someone irritating you, saying something mean to you, maybe it was an experience you had, like losing a job, or having an accident. It could be anything in that negative realm that has bothered you and you can't let it go. You can revise it. This is how you do it. In the Silva training, we call it the 3 scenes technique. Neville Goddard calls it revision. What you do is you get yourself relaxed and you take a good look at the situation. And then you use either the 3 scenes or Neville's technique called revision. And what you do is you create the outcome that would have been more desirable than the outcome that you feel like you got. All right, for example, you had an argument with someone. It wasn't pleasant. You almost feel like you'll never speak to them again. So what you do is you get yourself really relaxed and you think about the argument, how it upset you. And then using the technique of revision, you create a new scenario. Because we're living in a waking dream, we're creating the dream moment to moment with our consciousness. We can uncreate it, we can recreate it using our imagination. All we have to do is go within and say to ourselves, this is how I prefer to look at this situation. And you create it harmoniously. You're enjoying each other's company. You're having a positive conversation. You're getting along famously. You're enjoying life with this person. There's not even a problem. And you will be amazed at how things just start to rearrange themselves. People get amnesia even. They forget that they even had an argument with you or that there was a problem. And your dream becomes positive again. And you're living in that place where you have the peace that passeth understanding. You're at peace with yourself, with the world, with the people in the world. And you realize that if something isn't harmonious, if it's out of sorts, if it's out of sync with the way you want to feel, you can change it by using your imagination to create the desired results that you want. And it will actually have an impact on your now and your future, because it's all happening at the same time. There really is no time, in the eternal. The past, the present, and future are all happening at the same time. So that's why we can change experiences that we've had in our past to our liking, and it will have an impact, an effect on how we are experiencing the now. I'll give you another example. One time I had an acute appendicitis attack, and it was bad. I was out in California on a layover after a long flight across the country, and my right side, I was doubled over in pain. I knew it was my appendix, but I didn't want to go to the hospital. So I worked with a metaphysical healer, a teacher. And as soon as he started working on it mentally and spiritually, I felt an adjustment. I heard a voice over to my left shoulder say to me, love that man with all your heart. It was someone that I was having an issue with in a business arrangement, and I didn't even realize it, but it was poisoning me. I let it go. As soon as I let it go and I released the anger that was pent up that I was feeling toward him, I was healed. It took me 3 days to get off my brother's couch where I had this attack out in California, but I knew I was healed. And yes, I was. I got back to the East Coast. I had to go to medical because I was a working crew member and I needed to be released by medical to go back to work because I'd missed my trip home. And the doctor said, after examining me and poking me, yes, you had an appendicitis attack. You could have died. But you know what? When I released that negative energy that I was holding for this individual, every cell in my body changed. That's how powerful our thoughts are. Whatever we're thinking about, be it in our subconscious or our conscious mind, it's having an effect on us. So it's really important for us to release negative thoughts that we have about other people, because it can poison us eventually if we're not careful. I hope that helps. And it's called Revision by Neville Goddard, and it's called The Three Scenes Technique by Jose Silva. It's very metaphysical.